All right. Main topic has to do with an emergency situation happens.
Okay.
Okay. This is your scenario.
Call 911.
Okay. Before that happens, you have a house fire. All right. And as terrible as that is, you've got two hands, and you can only take two things out of your house. What are you grabbing on your way out of the house as far as music equipment goes?
Move quickly! This is a paper company, people! Step lively! This whole place is a tinderbox. It is ready to blow.
Because you can think, what is the most sentimental? You could think, what's the most expensive?
Yeah.
What I wouldn't have to replace? You could think, what matters the most to me? What do you think?
I can't push a cart with a load of gear, right?
Nope, that's
Okay.
not an option.
Okay. Well, for me, it's not super hard for me. I don't think. I'd grab my J45 and I'd grab my Telecaster. Both of them were they were purchased for me, not purchased by me, as gifts, and they are both go-to guitars for me. So they've got a lot of sentimental value. They've got a bunch of function because I use them often, and they would be the two that I couldn't replace again. Not those exact ones anyway.
Sure.
So, especially the sentimental value, those are the two. My amps, as much as I'd hate them to go, they are kind of stock standard amps that are pretty easy to replace. Pedals, maybe some pedals like a King of Tone and stuff are hard to get a hold of, but you can get another one. Guess there's maybe some other guitars I could think about, but those are probably the two guitars that I would run and grab, and I'd be out the door.
Okay.
What about you?
All right. So my gut says my Telly because it is like tried and true. I would really struggle. So I know I have to take my Eric Johnson Strat because I bought that when me and my wife started dating, and it's sentimental to us. So I'd have to take my Strat. But the other hand, I would either fight between the Telly because I love it so much, or our dad gave me his D15.
Yeah.
And while I don't absolutely love that guitar, there is a lot of sentimental value with it.
Yeah.
I'd have to let my Telly go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think
I'd
too.
have a Strat and that Martin D15.
Hey, that's not a bad start.
It's not, but it's not what I would want. I would still think about that Telly, like for the end of time.
Well, I mean, I'd be thinking about a bunch of gear too, but you got to take what you can take.
So I think, yeah, I would take the Strat and the D15.
we would both end up with an acoustic and an electric.
Yeah, but not by choice for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, not really me either. I mean, it's definitely by choice, but like I feel like without question, that's what I would grab out of sentimental value and obligation. It's kind of interesting how guitar gear can speak to you in those ways.
Now, if you had your own choice without sentimental value, would you change it up? I think the J45 is still a good call.
I do too.
Would you take your Duesenberg?
No.
You
No.
take the Telly still.
I think I would still take the Telly. The only other question would it be the Les Paul or the Telly? I'd either take my Les Paul or the Telly. The problem is the Duesenberg is a great guitar, and I really can relate to that guitar, and it inspires me to play music. However, almost every Duesenberg I pick up, I feel that way with.
Oh, okay.
They are so great.
It's not like a unicorn type of thing.
It's not a unicorn guitar to me. I've played a lot of Duesenbergs that all their quality is really high, but almost all the Duesenbergs I've played have been really good and inspiring in different ways. I cannot say that for Les Pauls. I cannot say that for Telecasters. I can't say that for a lot of other guitars.
Sure.
So for me, acoustics are hard. Definitely take the J45. I love that guitar. My favorite J45 I've ever played. And then I think I would end up still probably taking the Telly, but it would be hard. I would be trying to grab the Les Paul in the same hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just die.
If I could grab those three though, I'd probably be pretty happy. The other stuff, I would miss a bunch of it, some of the guitars and gear, but most of the other stuff's fairly replaceable. Those three, well, it took me years to find the right Telly and Les Paul and J45.
That's
It's
fair.
hard.
That's fair.
So in your Telecaster, it took you forever to find.
I was about to say, I would take the Strat and Telly, and I'd leave the acoustic,
Yeah.
and I think I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
If emotion and sentimental value wasn't a part of
Throw
it.
your GS Mini on your back.
Honestly, it's got straps.
Now you're
No.
talking. Now, yeah, if we can get a bunch of gig
Gig bags.
bags.
Yeah, I just got one on each arm, and then, yeah.
Now you're talking.
Anyways.